2 years ago, I took my solar agency from absolutely fucking nothing to 10K a month. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I would do it again if I had to restart. So the exact offer I would run, the exact outreach script I would send, the exact sales process I would walk them through, the exact closing script that I would use, every single thing, and I'm not gonna gatekeep a single thing. And for those of you who don't know me already, I've built 3 different agencies to 6 figures, so 10K a month plus, and I built an agency to 7 figures. And now I've dedicated my life to basically helping people like you scale. And so within the past 6 months, I've helped 3 dozen agency owners hit 10K a month and above. And none of them or me are any better than you. Trust me when I say that I didn't get good grades. I was never extremely hardworking. I am no better than you. And so if I can do it, and if 36 plus other people can do it, then please believe me when I say that you can do it too, right? So I promise you, if you implement everything that I tell you in this video, your success is essentially guaranteed. So let's get into it. All right, so this is exactly how I would hit 10K a month if I had to restart nothing. I'm assuming we got no fucking money too, right? No connections, no money, fucking nothing. So first thing I want you guys to keep in mind is you're building the person. So at first I thought I was building a business, right? And I launched an agency from scratch and I found out I was building the person and the skills that they create that amount of value. So like, you bring your skills everywhere. The business isn't what provides value, it's you. Right. So like when I stopped running my agency and last year, like I was like, oh no, like it wasn't like a huge deal to me, but I originally thought the agency was what was making me money. And then I realized it was me, like, right. So wherever I went, there was money coming. And so you're building that person, right? Like you were building the person who was able to run the agency at the end of the day, right? So the reason you aren't at 10K a month is because you don't have the skills to get there yet. And that is okay. That is fine, right? And it is closer than you think, but accept that. And then let's go ahead and do something about it, right? And so every single thing you do, you should reverse engineer. How is this going to make me a 10K a month, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100K a month entrepreneur, right? And if it's not going to, then I wouldn't be doing it. So like, it's like only focus on the things that actually matter and are going to drive revenue to your business, which is RGAs, right? So only RGAs, which is only revenue generating activities. And this is the most important thing that changed my business, right? Which is only focusing on the things that are directly going to drive money. So like, for some context, I see a lot of people, and myself when I was running my agency worked 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day. And like, oh bro, I worked all day. Like I'm grinding, I'm locked in. It's like, no, you're not. Because if you were working that much and doing that, like, and only focused on doing things that actually mattered, you would scale, right? And so like, if you've been stuck in the same position for any time over 3 months, it's because you've been doing the wrong things, right? If you were doing the right things, you would be in motion, right? You would be growing. And since you're not doing the right things, you're not growing. So what are the things that matter? Setting appointments, finding people to be interested in your service, and then closing them. Really, that's it. Don't get too caught up on fulfillment. Don't get too caught up on how you're gonna do this or that. Like, don't even train sales right now if you've never taken a sales call, or if you're bad at sales, literally just go get more sales calls, right? And so focus on putting one foot forward, and then when the next foot needs to go forward, it'll come forward. And you need to trust yourself as an entrepreneur that that'll fucking happen. So those are some mindset things. And I guarantee you're like, oh, mindset, of course. Mindset, of course. Like, of course, everybody fucking says mindset, right? But at the end of the day, like, this game is like 99.99% mindset. Like, no one is special. No one's better than you. No one's any different than you. I say this all the time, and it's like, it's true, right? And so like, about the RGAs, it's like Elon Musk has the same 24 hours as we do, but how much more throughput and how much more output does he get in his time, right? Because he's only focused on the things that actually matter. So start to respect your time to that standard. Now, step 1 is you pick a niche and you pick an offer. I'm going to give you the exact niche and offer I would go. Niche, I would pick anything, right? So just pick a niche that has money, and there's a lot of them. Right? And so it's like, don't overthink it. All of the niches suck. Every niche fucking is awful. And so accept that every niche sucks and just pick one that has money so you can sell to them. And the amount of money that you're selling isn't that expensive. And there's a lot of them that you can find easily. Gyms, dentists, chiro, solar, roofing, general contractors, interior renovation. Yeah, There's a bunch, like all the basic ones. Gyms I don't even love. I'm honestly going to delete that because they oftentimes don't have a lot of money, right? And then, so niche, literally just pick it right now. Again, do not overthink it. Put your first foot forward, and then you're going to fall down and you're going to catch yourself with your second foot, right? And so pick, all of them suck, right? Like you're just going to have to embrace the suck. You can scale with any of them. So the next thing is our offer. Our offer is essentially going to be, yo, you only pay per closed deal that I bring you, right? You only pay per closed deal that I bring you, and you pay after the close. The reason why this is so good, I say this all the time, it allows you to set appointments super easily. Because imagine if I was up to you and I was like, yo, I will go set appointments for your agency for free. You just pay me once you close a small percentage. Yeah, I would jump on a call with that, and you probably would too. And so I explain a lot more of this offer. I have a completely free school community. It's around like 15 hours. You get one-on-one with me. I'll answer your questions. There's a group call with me on Thursdays. Like, if you want to learn more about this offer, why it's good, and how to price it, go in the description and join. Like I said, it's free. But it basically allows you to set appointments really, really easily. And we'll do a $500 setup fee on the pay-per-close, right? So it'd be pay-per-close and $500 to set the system up, to pay for the ads to get built out, for the GHL, for your appointment, for your automations and stuff like that. And so this allows you to set appointments really, really easily. It allows you to close, because $500 isn't that much, and prove that internet money is real and give you momentum. And from there, it gives you the confidence to market and sell more and more expensive things, and to actually fulfill on your product because you have clients. And once you fulfill, you can get decent at it and then actually be confident that you're not scamming people, right? And so the sales process isn't complicated. One of my clients hit 3K in 7 days after having zero experience. So let me go pull him up actually. So this is one of my clients, Salman, and he did this was literally fucking yesterday that he sent this to me. But he did 2K this week, $500 today, and you can see like last week he also did 2K, like doing 2K weeks consistently. He literally had negative 1.5K in his bank account a month ago, right? And so like, he's no different than you. He's not special. He wasn't smart, overly smart or hardworking or anything. He just decided to take action, right? And so that's the offer, and I would price it at $500, and the exact niches I would go into. So we're going to be cold calling because, like I said, we're assuming you guys don't have money or don't want to invest money. If not, if you do, then join, like I said, join my school group. I would run a paid ads, right? It's basically goes over this, but a lot deeper. So get a list to cold call and practice the script. So first, we're going to need a list of leads, which is essentially a list of people that, like we're just trying to find that are in our niche, right? So whether that's roofing, contracting, whatever the fuck niche you picked. And so there's a few ways to do this. You can either get a list, and that's probably what I would do, or we can do something called getting a virgin list. So getting a list scraped is with websites like these, right? And they're around like $30 a month, $50 a month, something like this. And you can get like 50,000 contacts really, really fast. Problem with that is there's a lot of people doing it on the same website. And so when everyone's doing it on the same website, right, and they're all calling the same leads, they've been called a bunch. Something else you can do is scrape a virgin list. Now this takes a lot longer, and this is just finding your own leads. I wouldn't suggest this for now. If you have a friend or you have someone you want to pay to do that, you can go find them, have them scrape their own numbers and just look around on websites and stuff. You're going to find people who haven't been hit up as much. But with these websites, D7 Lead Finder, I probably suggest the most. Now, I would literally just go look it up, and it's really easy. You just look up your niche and then download a list of contacts. You can get like 10,000 for like $30, and it'll last you the next 2 months, right? And so don't get caught up on this. You should literally be able to do this within the next hour. But like so far, everything that I've told you to do should be decided right now, and you should pause the video right now and go scrape your list, right? Literally taking action is the most important thing. A lot of you guys will watch this video and not do anything with it, and you won't see success. There is no shortage of information on the internet. Everybody's giving everything away for completely free. It's just a matter of fact if you're going to do it or not, right? And so not even from you being lazy perspective, I'm sure you're very hardworking, but it's a perspective of there's so much information that you don't know what's good and what's not. Trust me when I say that most of the information is good enough. You just have to go and innovate, right? And so go take action. Go scrape your list right now. Right after that, I'm going to drop this doc in the description for you guys. And this is the exact script. I'm not going to go over it, right, too much. But I do want two things to keep in mind. One, for the intro, I want you to sound really, really curious at this first sentence. John? Or Dylan? Right. And so they'll be like, oh, he knows me? Right. It's a very familiar and curious tone. And basically your pitch rate will be higher, basically meaning the amount of people who will let you talk in the cold call. And then you go into your little introduction. And so this is just you trying to get them to like let you speak. If they say go for it. This is the other thing that I want you to keep in mind. When we're pitching, right, what I want you to keep in mind is we need to just communicate our offer properly, that it's only pay per close. Because a lot of people, like, our offer is irresistible. People will want it as long as we can communicate the value in the offer, right? So it's like, because the area has been so effective, and we just yeah, so right here, like, I would add in for you guys with the offer, be like, and you only pay after you close a deal. Like, and we're going to bring you jobs and we're going to bring you leads and appointments and you're only going to pay after you close them, blah, blah, blah. Right. So that I would just make sure we're communicating our offer really well, because it is a good offer, right? They should want it. But like, the only reason that they wouldn't commit to an appointment with you is because they just feel like they're going to get scammed, or their sales resistance because it's a cold call, right? So just make sure you're communicating that value properly, and then make sure the tonality is good in that introduction. Like I said, I'm going to drop this in the description so you guys can go over this as well and just rep that. So I would get your lead list and practice the scripts, literally run through it like 5 to 10 times. That is it. Rep the script 10 times. It should take an hour. So within an hour and a half, you can be cold calling. Right. So step 3, start outreaching within 24 hours of you watching this. I promise that is the secret, right? Like I was talking about, there is no secret, but the secret is just doing, right? How are you expecting to make money by just watching shit? You got to go do it, right? So stop consuming content and just go. Second thing, use your personal cell and just call. Make 300 cold calls a day for the next 2 weeks, and I guarantee you your life will change, right? So make 300 cold calls a day for 2 weeks straight, just 14 days. Allow yourself to genuinely go all in with your goals for 14 days. I promise your life will change as long as you innovate and get better every single day. If you just stay bad and you're just as good day 1 to day 14, there's no purpose, right? So I know it's scary. I know you don't feel ready. I know your heart's going to be beating a little fast before you make your first call, but I want you to realize that you're never going to be. So the way I got taught how to swim, I'm not good at swimming, but I can a little bit, is just throw your fucking self in the water, right? Throw yourself in the water, trust yourself. It's the best way to learn, and you'll learn as you go, right? So it's going to be scary, but you can do it, and your future self will thank you. So pick up the phone and make 300 calls a day with this exact script, with these exact leads, with this exact niche and offer. I guarantee you you'll succeed. Step 4 is optimizing and scaling. So after you make your first 2,000 calls and get data, so basically just seeing what the market likes, seeing what your niche likes, we can start to see what the problem is, and so we can start to see how we can book more calls. If you don't track your calls and review your calls to get better, you're going to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, which is the literal definition of insanity. Doing the exact same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You need to improve, right? And so this is our KPI tracker for cold calls. So essentially, right here is the cold call, right? And let's see if I can, that's good. So this goes over why don't you, if you don't have enough appointments, what to do, if you're not enough pitching people, what to do, if you're not picking up enough, if not enough people are picking up, what to do, how many dials to make. So what you do here is you'll go to the date, which today is the 27th of June for me. And let's say you made cold calls. You made 310 dials. Oh, it's on view only, but you can make a copy of it. 310 dials, this many people picked up, this many people pitched, we booked this many appointments. So that's going to be like, okay, we're dialing enough, we're getting enough pickups, but we're not getting enough pitches, right? And so from there, we'll be like, okay, how can I improve my opener so I can get more pitches? That's what the game is, guys. That's what the game is. All you need to do is get yourself out there, see what the market likes, and improve, right? Okay, we're making more pitches, but we're not booking enough appointments, right? Okay, so what can we do? And it goes over it right here, right? So like I said, we want a 40% pickup rate after tracking with this sheet that I just showed you. So we just put how many dials, we put how many pickups, and it'll show us the rate right here. If that is not 40%, then we need to optimize something. Some things we could be optimizing are the time zones we're calling in. Maybe people aren't picking up because we're calling too early or late, right? Our phone number might be going to spam. So call your friend, call your mom, see if it's going to spam. Next thing, double dial. So Every time we call someone, we call them twice. Pickup rate improves. So those are some things we can do. We want to pitch 40% of the people we connect with, right? And so again, we track pickups, how many people picked up. Let's say 10 picked up and we pitched 4. Then pickup percent, our pitch percent would show up here at 40%. So if we're not doing that, then we want it to be better. So some things we can improve are the opener of the script. So this first intro right here. The tonality of the opener, make sure you're being really curious in your tone, and review your intros, right? Review your calls. If you're not, you're literally just doing the same thing over and over and expecting to book more calls, when how stupid is that, right? And then we want to book 25% of the people we pitch, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. So again, if we pitched 4 people, we want 1 appointment, and it'll show all those metrics there. And if not, we need to optimize. So optimize objection handling, pacing, and tonality in the call, and innovate. I want you guys to realize, like, innovate, get better, right? If you're not getting better, like I mentioned at the beginning, then you're not going to make more money. So get better, become the person who has the skills to make the money and command the income. The stock is in the description. Everything's in the description. I'm giving you guys everything I fucking got. So subscribe if I am providing you value, if you fuck with the videos and you want more, and show some love. I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk soon.